Divorced Dad Diaries, day 117 and 118, and we're making coffee again. So you might remember last time this went pretty averagely. It was about a fortnight ago, this video, if you look for it on my profile. But this time I'm going to actually do some measurements, and on top of that, I want to try and make some syrup. So I'd gone online and had a look at syrup for coffees effectively, and discovered that they could be quite expensive, like $10 a bottle. And syrup is really just as easy as putting 1-to-1 sugar to water, like, you know, a couple dollars of sugar and some free water out the tap. In saying that, the whole thing will go a lot smoother if you don't spill sugar all over your bench, or you make sure that you actually turn the right element on. I haven't had my coffee yet, okay? In this case, I'm actually doing something a little bit different, because instead of just going 1-to-1 white sugar and water, I'm doing 2 cups of brown sugar and 1 cup of water, which is actually the basis for how you can make golden syrup at home. But I'm not looking to make a super thick, boiling it down for an hour to get a golden syrup. All I want to do is just lightly simmer it for about 10 minutes, just so that the sugar dissolves in the water, and then you end up with a nice, still quite thin mixture, but very sweet, that's going to mix nicely into a coffee. I also made sure to pre-fill and boil my jug while all this was going on, so I wouldn't have to wait so long later. And eventually took that off, continued to stir it for a wee bit while I was off the stove, while it cooled down, and made sure to taste it. And yep, that was exceptionally sweet. Exactly what I wanted. So already we're doing things a little bit differently. As you can see, I have a funnel. I don't know why I didn't just use this last time instead of using, rubber bands, hair ties. I've got 2 pods this time. I want to do 40 mils per pod, but I know some of the water is going to get absorbed into the grounds and the filter, so I'm thinking I'll do 120 mils, so just slightly more. And we're going to measure that out properly with a measuring cup, and let's see how it goes. So the process wasn't that much different from last time. Filter and I've already forgotten what it's called. Funnel. Filter in the funnel. Although it didn't sit very nicely in there. It was the wrong size, but whatever. And then extract the coffee grounds from the pods, put the grounds into the filter, hot water into the grounds. Well, a little bit at first, let it sit for 30 seconds for the grounds to soak, and then pour the remaining amount of water in and just wait. I was actually kind of worried watching it that the funnel might be too big and that the coffee was going to go back up the funnel. But it was just the right size, apparently, and eventually we got a coffee. So, double shot, 120 mils. Oh, that's more of what I expected last time. Yes, that's strong. Okay, good. I like that. Now, there were some conflicting opinions about whether to put ice in first or whether to put milk in first. Yada, yada, yada. I think I'll just go for the milk. Oh, actually, if I put the milk in... No, I need to put the ice cubes in first. No. If I put the ice cubes in, I know how much milk to put in, but if I put the milk in, the ice cubes won't melt as fast. I'll just put the milk in first. Just go to about there. Chuck in about half a dozen ice cubes. Speaking of ice cubes, have you seen that new War of the Worlds movie? I haven't, but I've seen the stills and it looks absolutely atrocious. Homemade syrup hasn't fully cooled down yet, but that's alright. I'm just going to put like a teaspoon in. Don't want it to be too sweet. I've realised I don't really have any proper containers to put that in, so I guess it's going in a leftover container. Right. Moment of truth. Yep, it's about 10 times better than the last one I made. I didn't put enough ice cubes or milk in it, I think, because it's actually quite warm and the ice cubes are melting quite rapidly. Look. I honestly think I need bigger ice cubes, but so far, so good. This is an improvement. We're getting somewhere. Possibly a little bit more syrup too. In fact, the warm syrup probably isn't helping the temperature. It's been maybe an hour and I've pretty much smashed it back already. So yeah, a few little bits and pieces, a bit of refinement I could do to improve it, but overall, so much better. And this will keep me happy during the weeks that I can't go down to the coffee shop. So I will catch you on the flip side.